Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, gather around, because today we're diving into one of the most compelling narratives in the history of the NBA. We're talking about Michael Jeffrey Jordan and his relentless, unyielding, and downright ruthless dominance over the 1990s. Oh yes, the man who denied a whole generation of superstars their shot at basketball immortality. Buckle up, folks, because this is going to be a wild ride. Let me start by painting the picture. The 1990s NBA was a battleground of titans. It wasn't just Michael Jordan out there. It was a league brimming with talent, with Hall of Famers, MVPs, and future legends all vying for that elusive NBA championship. But guess what? MJ wasn't having any of it. Not on his watch. Let's break this down series by series, team by team, and see just how his airness kept that Larry O'Brien trophy firmly in Chicago. The New York Knicks. The Bruisers. First on our list, the New York Knicks. Oh, the Knicks. Led by the ferocious Patrick Ewing, these guys were the epitome of physical basketball. They had Charles Oakley, John Starks, Anthony Mason, and later on, Larry Johnson. They played with a chip on their shoulder the size of the Empire State Building, embodying the gritty, tough-as-nails spirit of New York City. Let's take a trip back to the 1992 Eastern Conference semifinals. This was a series that defined intensity. The Knicks and Bulls went to war on the hardwood, each game a battle for supremacy. The Knicks pushed the Bulls to their absolute limits, and it all came down to Game 7. In this decisive showdown, Michael Jordan showed why he was the best in the business. He dropped 42 points, dismantling the Knicks defense and leading Chicago to a commanding 110-81 victory. The Garden faithful watched in disbelief as their dreams were shattered by MJ's brilliance. Fast forward to the 1993 Eastern Conference Finals. The Knicks came out swinging, taking a 2-0 series lead. The excitement in New York was palpable. The city was buzzing with the hope that this was finally their year to dethrone the Bulls and capture that elusive title. But Michael Jordan, with that icy determination, led the Bulls to 4 straight wins, including that iconic double nickel game in Game 5 at Madison Square Garden. Jordan scored 55 points in a dazzling display of offensive mastery. Game 6 back in Chicago was the nail in the coffin. Jordan, Pippen, and the rest of the Bulls closed out the series with a 96-88 win. The Knicks' dreams were dashed once more. Patrick Ewing, John Starks, and the rest of the team fought valiantly, but could never conquer the unstoppable force that was Michael Jordan. Sorry, Patrick, but MJ was not to be denied. The Indiana Pacers. Reggie and the Chokehold. Next up, the Indiana Pacers. Reggie Miller, one of the greatest shooters in NBA history, was their star. The Pacers had a solid squad with Rick Smits, Mark Jackson, and the Davis boys, Dale and Antonio. This team was well coached, disciplined, and hungry for success, embodying the spirit of underdogs with the talent to back it up. The 1998 Eastern Conference Finals were an absolute slugfest. It went to 7 games, and Game 7 was as tense as it gets. The Pacers fought valiantly, pushing the Bulls to their limits with fierce defense and clutch shooting. Reggie Miller's sharpshooting kept the Pacers in contention throughout the series. But in the end, it was Michael Jordan, with his 28 points in the deciding game, who ensured that the Bulls emerged victorious, 88-83. The Pacers threw everything they had at Chicago, but Jordan's determination and clutch performance in critical moments proved to be the difference. Reggie Miller, despite his sharpshooting prowess and indomitable spirit, couldn't get past the GOAT. The Pacers' dreams were dashed by Jordan's relentless pursuit of excellence. It was another example of how MJ denied a talented team their shot at glory, solidifying his legacy as the ultimate competitor who refused to let anyone stand in his way. The Cleveland Cavaliers. The Shot. Now, let's talk about the Cleveland Cavaliers. In 1989, in the first round of the playoffs, the Cavs were favorites. They had Mark Price, Brad Daugherty, and Larry Nance. This was a formidable team. With the series tied 2-2, Game 5 became the stage for one of the most iconic moments in NBA history. Michael Jordan hit the shot over Craig Elo, a heart-wrenching jumper that sealed the Cavs' fate. That image of Jordan leaping in the air, fist pumping, is etched in every basketball fan's memory. Fast forward to 1993, and Jordan did it to the Cavs again. This time, it was a second-round sweep. The Cavaliers, with their core of Price, Daugherty, and Elo, couldn't withstand the relentless force of MJ and the Bulls. Game after game, Jordan showcased his brilliance, dismantling Cleveland's defense with ease and making it clear that there would be no stopping Chicago's quest for another title. The Cavaliers, despite their talent and determination, were repeatedly thwarted by Jordan. Mark Price's shooting, Brad Daugherty's post presence, and Larry Nance's versatility all fell short against MJ's greatness. The legacy of the Cavs in the late 80s and early 90s is a testament to how one man, Michael Jordan, could single-handedly alter the course of a franchise's history with moments of sheer brilliance and unyielding will. The Phoenix Suns. Barkley's best shot. In 1993, Michael Jordan and the Bulls faced the Phoenix Suns in the NBA Finals. Charles Barkley, the newly crowned MVP, was on a mission. The Suns had a stellar roster with Kevin Johnson, Dan Marley, and a deep bench that made them a formidable opponent. Barkley, known for his toughness and versatility, was determined to capture his first championship and solidify his legacy. The series was high-scoring and electrifying, showcasing some of the best basketball of the era. But Michael Jordan was a man possessed. He averaged a staggering 41 points per game in the finals, putting on a performance for the ages. Game after game, Jordan dominated, showing why he was the best player in the world. The Suns fought hard, pushing the series to 6 games, but MJ's relentless drive and unmatched skill were too much to overcome. In Game 6, with the championship on the line, it was John Paxson's clutch three-pointer that sealed the deal for the Bulls, securing their 3rd consecutive title. Barkley, despite his incredible effort and leadership, was left heartbroken as his best shot at a ring was thwarted by Jordan's brilliance. Sorry, Chuck, but MJ wasn't about to let anyone else take his throne. The Suns, like many before them, fell victim to the greatness of Michael Jordan. The Seattle Supersonics. The Gloves Challenge. Fast forward to 1996. The Bulls were back in the finals, this time against the Seattle Supersonics. Gary Payton, the Glove, was known for his tenacious defense. Shawn Kemp was an athletic marvel, and the Sonics had a well-rounded team with Detlef Schrempf, Hersey Hawkins, and Sam Perkins providing depth and versatility. Seattle was poised to challenge the Bulls and disrupt their dominance. The Bulls jumped out to a 3-0 series lead, displaying their championship pedigree with dominant performances. However, the Sonics were not ready to fold. They fought back, with Payton's defense on Jordan in Games 4 and 5 making a significant impact. Seattle's effort paid off as they won both games, cutting the series lead to 3-2 and putting pressure on Chicago. Payton's defensive prowess and Kemp's explosive play gave the Sonics hope and momentum. But in Game 6, Michael Jordan and the Bulls showed why they were the best. MJ, determined and focused, led Chicago to a hard-fought victory, sealing the series with a 4-2 win and securing their 4th title. Despite Payton's notable defense and the Sonics' valiant effort, Jordan's unstoppable force could not be stifled. The Glove and his team were left to ponder what might have been, but MJ once again proved that when it came to winning championships, he was in a league of his own. The Utah Jazz, Stockton, Malone, and The Last Dance. And then we have the Utah Jazz. Oh, the Utah Jazz with John Stockton and Karl Malone. 2 straight years, 1997 and 1998, these two teams clashed in the finals. In 1997, it was a 6-game series. MJ hit the game winner in Game 1, a buzzer beater over Byron Russell, setting the tone. Then there was Game 5, the flu game, where Jordan, battling a severe illness, dropped 38 points to lead the Bulls to victory. His willpower and determination left everyone in awe and secured a pivotal win for Chicago. But 1998 was the piece de resistance. Game 6 in Utah, the Bulls down by 3 with under a minute left. The tension was palpable. Jordan scores a quick layup, then steals the ball from Malone. With the clock winding down, he hits the iconic jumper over Byron Russell, a shot that would forever be etched in NBA history. It's arguably the greatest moment in NBA Finals history, capturing the essence of Jordan's clutch gene, an unrelenting drive to win. 6 championships, 6 Finals MVPs. Stockton and Malone, despite their greatness, were left ringless because Michael Jordan was in their way. The Jazz, with their dynamic duo, played at an elite level, but Jordan's excellence denied them the ultimate prize. His legacy was cemented by these epic battles, and the Jazz became yet another testament to the unstoppable force that was Michael Jordan. Conclusion: the unyielding greatness of MJ. Michael Jordan's reign of dominance wasn't just about his skill or his stats. It was about his unyielding will to win, his psychological warfare, and his ability to rise to the occasion time and time again. Jordan didn't just beat his opponents, he broke their spirits. Every time an opposing team thought they had a chance, every time a superstar believed they had the recipe to topple the Bulls, Jordan would remind them of his greatness with a clutch performance, a defining moment, or a series-ending victory. The Knicks, Pacers, Cavs, Suns, Sonics, Jazz. They all had their dreams and hopes of glory. The Knicks with their gritty defense and bruising style. The Pacers with Reggie Miller's sharpshooting and tough play. The Cavaliers with their formidable lineup led by Mark Price and Brad Daugherty. The Suns with Charles Barkley's MVP caliber season. The Sonics with Gary Payton's defensive prowess and Shawn Kemp's athleticism. And the Jazz with a dynamic duo of John Stockton and Karl Malone. Each of these teams had a shot at the ultimate prize, and each fell short when faced with Michael Jordan's relentless pursuit of greatness. Standing in their way was the greatest basketball player of all time, a man who defined a generation and left an indelible mark on the game. Jordan's dominance wasn't just about the championships he won. It was about the psychological edge he held over his opponents, the way he could elevate his game when the stakes were highest, and the unwavering confidence he exuded in every clutch moment. His legacy is a testament to what happens when relentless drive meets unparalleled skill, and his impact on the game will be felt for generations to come. So let's give it up for Michael Jordan, the man who denied an entire generation their shot at the ultimate prize. When you talk about greatness, when you talk about the best to ever do it, there's only one name that stands above all the rest: Michael Jeffrey Jordan. His legacy is not just about his stats or accolades. It's about the way he redefined what it means to be great. And that's the truth, folks. Till next time.